Welcome to the shadow frequency, where the veil between this world and the next grows thin, and the things that whisper in the dark are given voice. From the cryptic candlelit studios, deep in the Indiana forests, your host, Matt Wilson, and his spectral producer, Juniper Ravenwood, unearth the forbidden, the forgotten, and the fearsome. So, still your heart, dim the light, and listen closely. For once you tune into the shadow frequency, you may never tune out.
All right, Juniper's already over at the cabinet, so here we go again. What's drifting out of the drawer tonight?
Matt, this is new. It's a jar, and it looks like someone scooped up a sunrise and just bottled it.
That is glowing, Juniper, like actual liquid gold. Warm light, little solar flares, whole thing. Where was that hiding?
Worst question, why is it getting brighter as I walk past the console? And yeah, goes the battery on my phone, dead instantly.
Oh, perfect. A jar of captured sunrise that kills electronics. Exactly what every recording studio needs. Do not set that near the shortwave radio unless you want to summon something we can't put back.
Noted. All right, let's see what else is hiding back here before this thing drains the entire building. Here it is, tonight's folder, episode 251, The Men in Black, Silencers of the Strange.
Perfect timing. Mysterious suits, weird behaviors, intimidation tactics, and the age-old question, are they government agents or something not remotely human?
Let's flip the switch and get into all the shadows they try to silence.
All right, folks, buckle in. This is episode 251, The Men in Black, Silencers of the Strange.
You are tuned to the shadow frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. Hosted by Matt Wilson, produced by Juniper Ravenwood, with Chris Beach. The darkness continues.
Imagine this. It's the dead of night, your heart still racing from that impossible light in the sky, something that defies every law of physics you've ever known. You finally drift off only to wake to a knock at the door. Not the friendly kind. These visitors, they're dressed head to toe in black. Faces like masks carved from wax, eyes hidden behind shades to swallow the light. They know your name, they know what you saw, and they're here to make sure no one else ever hears about it. Welcome to the shadow frequency, where we tune into the static of the unknown. Tonight we're cracking open the file on the Men in Black, those shadowy enforcers who slink out of the darkness to bury the truths about UFOs and the things that go bump in the night. Matt, are you ready to step into the void?
Oh, Juniper, I've got my fedora on and my flashlight dimmed. Let's chase these ghosts in suits before they chase us. Folks, buckle up. By the end of this, you might start checking your own doorstep.
Chills already. All right, Matt, take us into the black.
Thanks, Juniper, for digging into the file cabinet and pulling out this one. It's like opening a door to a room you didn't know was there. And now something's breathing down your neck. All right, listeners, let's ease into this slow, like fog rolling off a midnight lake. Picture the 1940s and 50s, that golden age of UFO fever when the skies lit up with saucers zipping over Roswell and beyond. Folks were buzzing, forming clubs, swapping stories under diner neon lights. But then, silence. Not the natural kind, but the enforced, throat-clutching sort. And at the heart of it, the Men in Black. These weren't your garden variety G-men with badges and clipboards. No, the legend kicks off with Albert Bender, a quiet guy from Bridgeport, Connecticut, obsessed with the skies. Back in '52, he starts the International Flying Saucer Bureau. Think of it as the original UFO fan club, cranking out newsletters packed with sightings, theories, the works. Membership explodes. People are hungry for answers. Bender's attic turns into mission control, surrounded by his wild sketches of monsters and shrunken heads, because why not lean into the weird? But by 53, everything grinds to a halt. Bender shuts it down overnight. No explanation. Whispers spread. What happened? Turns out 3 men showed up at his door one sweltering September evening. Dressed like undertakers from a nightmare, black suits, black Homburg hats, faces pale as moonlight on a gravestone. They didn't knock politely, they just appeared. Bender opens up, and bam, there's this sulfur stink in the air, like hell's barbecue. Their eyes? Glowing orange slits that bored into his soul. No words at first, just a telepathic hammer. Stop digging, Albert. You know too much. He felt it in his bones, a pressure like icy fingers squeezing his brain. They spilled the truth. UFOs from some Antarctic underworld base, guarded by forces that don't play nice. Bender collapsed, racked with pain, headaches that wouldn't quit. His co-workers said he looked haunted, like something had sucked the color from him. And just like that, the Bureau folds. The final newsletter? A cryptic warning. Be very cautious in saucer work. Chilling, right? Like a postmark from the shadows. Now, Gray Barker, Bender's old pal and pulp writer with a flair for the dramatic, couldn't let it die. In 56, he drops, "They knew too much about flying saucers," and boom, the men in black hit the big time. Barker paints them as this silence group, a cabal tied to bankers and spooks, throttling the cosmic gospel. But it's the details that hook you, the ones that make your skin crawl. These guys roll up in gleaming black Cadillacs from the 50s, polished to a hearse-like sheen, engines purring like distant thunder. They move in sync, like puppets on invisible strings, tall, maybe 6 foot something, but slender, almost fragile. Skin, not just pale, it's waxy, olive-tinged in some tales, stretched tight over bones that don't quite fit human. No eyebrows, no lashes, lips too red, like they've been dipped in blood. And the eyes? Oh man, behind those shades, they're black pools, or worse, unblinking voids that don't reflect light. Their voices? Forget gravelly interrogators. These are monotone drones, flat as a deadline on a heart monitor, laced with a metallic echo, like they're reading from a script they don't understand. We advise caution, they'll say, mangling idioms. A bird in the hand keeps the cat in the dark. Wrong, all wrong, like they're mimicking us from a bad radio signal. Witnesses swear they don't blink right, maybe once a minute, slow and deliberate. Or they fumble human stuff, stirring Jell-O with a fork, staring at a cigarette like it's a puzzle from another dimension. One guy claimed an MIB tried to eat a pencil, chomping down like it was lunch. It's that glitch in the Matrix vibe, you know? Like they're wearing our skin but forgot the manual. And the questions? God, the questions. They know details you never shared. The exact angle of that saucer. The hum that rattled your teeth. How? Telepathy? Hidden mics in your walls? Or something watching from the folds of reality itself? Fast forward to the 60s, and the encounters stack up like storm clouds. Take the telephone voice case. Picture a UFO researcher in the dead of night dialing a contact. Click. A voice on the line, not human. Cease your inquiries, or face the consequences. No trace, no number, just static and dread. Or the Niagara Falls Hotel nightmare in 68. 2 pale suits barge in after a sighting demanding tapes that don't exist, their hats casting shadows that swallow the room. Staff bolted the doors after. One swore he saw one dissolve into mist mid-step, like smoke from a snuffed candle. And don't get me started on the Norwegian family. 73, rural cabin. They film a glowing orb slicing the fjords. Next dawn, black sedans on a dirt road that shouldn't hold them. 3 figures, synchronized strides, voices like wind through a crypt. The film. Surrender it. The family hands it over, trembling. Dad vanishes for hours, claims he was elsewhere, time-slipping like wet soap. When he stumbles back, the tape's blank, and their dreams, haunted by suits in the tree line forever. Even celebrities aren't safe. Dan Aykroyd, yeah, the Ghostbuster himself, 02, prepping a UFO show in New York City, steps out for air, and there's this black Crown Vic idling like a predator. Driver, tall, faceless, shades gleaming, stares right through him, then poof, gone in traffic that wasn't there. 2 hours later, show axed, no reason. Aykroyd swears it was them, cleaning house before the truth aired. These stories, folks, they're threads in a web that spans decades, pulling tighter with every whisper. What are they hiding? Why the charade? As we hit this break, I'm left wondering, if they show up for a glimpse of lights, what happens when you start connecting the dots?
Dots? Matt, you've got me triple checking my locks now. That Norwegian bit had me peeking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Pure unease.
Good. Means we're doing it right. Stick around. After the break, we're peeling back the motives, from shadow ops to cosmic janitors. Juniper, your turn to keep the lights low.
Woo, that first half, it's got me questioning every late-night visitor I've ever had. Doorbell salesman my ass. If the men in black are out there tuning in, love the suits. But maybe he's up on the sulfur cologne? Listen as what's crawling under your skin so far. Are these suits government goons? All right, handing it over to Chris for a quick word from our sponsor. Don't wander off.
Thanks, Juniper. Hey everybody, Chris Beach here. And if life's been throwing a little too much your way lately, I've got something you'll want to try. It's called Shimmerwood. And they make award-winning CBD seltzers that deliver a refreshing, stress-relieving way to unwind. These are crafted with full-spectrum CBD, so you get that balanced, calming effect, easing tension, taking the edge off, all with zero intoxicating effects. And they're not just good, they're legit. Forbes named Shimmerwood the #1 CBD beverage in the country. Twice. Each flavour blends natural fruit shrubs with crisp carbonation for a clean, delicious finish. Perfect for relaxing after work, settling in for a spooky podcast, or any time you just need to breathe out. And for Shadow Frequency listeners, you can get 30% off any product with the promo code SHADOW25 at shimmerwood.com. All right, I'm feeling calmer already. Back to you, Juniper.
Thanks, Chris. Now you can go lay down on the couch again. Time to crank the ethereal Ethernet receiver, flipping the dials, adjusting the antenna to catch those phantom frequencies. There we go. Static's parting like a veil. Let's peer into the void and snag whatever spectral dispatch is floating our way. Oh, got one. A flickering envelope materializing from the digital A's. Looks like it's etched in midnight ink. Cracking it open now to uncover what our night shift correspondent beamed to the cosmos. Says, hi, Matt and Juniper. My name's Elias R. I'm writing from Tacoma, Washington. I've been hooked on the Shadow Frequency for a few months now, and it's become part of my nightly routine. I usually listen around 11 p.m. while I'm sketching at my desk. Something about the combination of your stories and the late-night quiet makes the episode sit even harder. I listen on Spotify, and your show is always the first thing that pops up in my queue. My favorite topics are definitely cryptids, UFO sightings, and anything that leads into old folklore. The Mundravilla incident episode had me pausing my drawing just to sit there and think about what actually happened out on that stretch of road. Appreciates the atmosphere, the humor, and the way you both dig into the weird corners of reality. Thanks for giving night owls like me something eerie to look forward to. Stay weird out there, Elias. Hey, Elias from Tacoma. Love that you're sketching shadows while we spin these yarns. Sounds like the perfect ritual for feeding the muse in the witching hour. Spotify night owls unite. And that Mundravilla shout-out, spot on. Nothing like a road-weary beastie to make you rethink hitchhiking the outback. We're grinning ear to ear over here. Well, Matt's probably smirking mysteriously. Cryptids, UFOs, folklore, your jam's our jam. Keep those pencils sharp and the vibes weird. Who knows? Maybe one of your doodles captures an MIB mid-glitch. Thanks for riding the frequency with us. Makes the dark feel a little less lonely. Oh, and reminder, folks, got a brush with the bizarre? Beam it our way at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. Phew, Elias just warmed the cockpit. Now, Matt, strap back in. The shadows are deepening.
You are tuned to the shadow frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. The darkness continues.
Juniper, Elias nailed it. That late-night sketch session vibe is exactly why we do this, turning the quiet into a canvas for the uncanny. Big thanks to him and all you Q clickers keeping the signal alive. All right, back to the black suits and the secrets they stitch shut. We've danced through the origins and the eerie encounters, but now let's lean in closer. What's their game? Why the midnight house calls and the memory wipes? Buckle up, we're venturing into the motives where the creepy amps up and the questions start clawing back. First off, the classic theory, government black ops squad straight out of a Cold War playbook. Picture shadowy feds from some unacknowledged alphabet agency. Think CIA wet work meets Area 51 janitors tasked with damage control. UFO flap hits the news? They roll out, flash vague IDs, and drop threats like confetti at a funeral. Talk and your life's a headline nobody reads. It fits the intimidation angle, right? Post-Roswell 47, the Air Force's Project Blue Book was all about debunking. But whispers say the real players operated in the gray. Intimidate witnesses, plant doubt, keep the masses chasing swamp gas. And those synchronized arrivals? Training montages in bunkers, baby. Drills for the deep state. Chilling how it echoes real ops like the FBI's COINTELPRO messing with activists. But here's the hook. If it's just suits with Uncle Sam's Rolodex, why the glitches? Why the sulfur reek and the eyes that don't track right? Feels too sloppy for spooks who wiretap presidents. Flip the script to extraterrestrial enforcers. Now we're cooking with plasma. These MIB, not human handlers, but the visitor's own cleanup crew. Biological mimics, maybe. ETs in rubber masks, fumbling with accents because English is their third language after binary and star song. Or worse, synthetic sentinels, androids programmed to patrol the perimeter of disclosure. Witnesses describe that robotic hitch in their step, the way they dissolve mid-stride or blink out like faulty holograms. Remember the Norwegian tape? Gone in a puff like it never was. Motive? Protect the big reveal. If we're not ready for the galactic HOA meeting, they sweep the crumbs under the rug. Ties back to abduction lore. Those grays don't abduct for fun. It's data runs, and MIB are the erasers. Imagine, you're the janitor for gods, mopping up after your bosses poke the anthill. Eerie as hell because it means they're already here, woven into the wallpaper, waiting for your slip. But wait, John Keel's got a wilder spin. Ultra-terrestrials, not from space, but from the super spectrum, those folded dimensions where reality frays at the edges. Keel, the Mothman maestro, saw MIB as shapeshifters, demonic tricksters masquerading as our worst fears. Suits one day, cloven hooves the next. They don't enforce, they feed. On belief, on terror, on the psychic static we kick up. Why warn a UFO spotter? To amp the paranoia, keep the energy flowing. It's that old folklore flip. Fairies steal babies, but only if you look too long. MIB, same game, modern drag. Fits the 60s phone voices, echoes from the ether, not Ma Bell. And the odd behaviors, not bugs in the code, but bait, luring you deeper into the web. Keel logged hundreds in Point Pleasant, more black cars than Bigfoot prints. Creeps you out, doesn't it? Like the world's a stage, and they're the stage hands with a grudge. Or interdimensional timeline cops, agents from a splintered multiverse, patching leaks before we unravel the weave. Spot a tic-tac zipping San Diego waves in 04? Boom, suits snag the tapes from the Nimitz. No insignias, just glares. Breach the veil and they stitch it shut. Telepathic nudges rewriting your recall. Motive? Stability. One loose thread and poof, your reality cascades. AI humanoids slot in here too. Lab-grown watchers from some black-budget singularity coded to suppress forbidden code. Whatever flavor, the pattern's a knife twist. Truth peaks, they pounce. Now to give you something to chew on. Maybe it's not cosmic at all. Could be our own Cold War jitters birthing boogeymen. Sleep paralysis twisting feds into vampires. Pop paranoia projecting espionage onto every shadow. Mass hysteria? Sure, but cross 100 accounts from 47 Maury Island hoaxes to now, and the details sink too tight. Pale fuzz on skin, jello fumbles. Rational brain says, psyop. But gut whispers, what if the myth's the mask? Zoom to modern MIB. They've traded fedoras for tactical black, Cadillacs for unmarked SUVs that hum electric. Post Phoenix Lights 97. That mile-wide boomerang blotting Arizona stars. Witnesses got calls. Forget the lights. Files corrupted overnight. O'Hare 06, saucer squatting the runway. FAA logs vanish. Emails hack themselves into oblivion. Tic-tac leaks. Radar techs report plainclothes ghosts swiping drives. Whispers of national security lace with that old monotone chill. Digital now. Photos wipe mid-sighting. Socials shadow ban the truthers. Deep fakes muddy the waters. It's evolved, but the bearing's the same. Just when the veil thins, the suits thicken. So, are they guardians, gatekeepers, or glitches in the grand simulation? One thing's clear, they want the strange silence. And in that echo, the real horror lingers. What truths are they dragging back into the dark?
Matt, that interdimensional bit, I'm half convinced my router's possessed now. Amuse terror, your specialty.
Guilty, but hey, if the suits knock, blame the podcast. Wrapping this file, the men in black remind us the unknown's not just out there, it's at the door, knocking polite like.
Tonight on the Shadow Frequency, we shadowed the shadows themselves, the men in black. Those suited specters silencing the skies from Bender's attic to digital dead ends. Eats a tuning in, you brave souls. Your company makes the creepy communal. Swing by Shadow Podcast at protonmail.com with your own midnight missives or haunt us on the website, shadowfrequencypodcast.com. Visit our store and check out our new Christmas ornament. All right. Next time another case claws its way up, don't miss it. Matt, you want to say goodnight?
Night, frequency fiends. Sleep tight, and if the suits call, hang up slow.
Sweet shadows, everyone. This is Juniper signing off until the static calls again.
This episode was conjured with a solemn vow to explore the unexplained while remaining bound to the truths that have been unearthed. All interpretations are speculative and offered only for your enlightenment and your entertainment.